the real polluters for CO2. And we and the EU had the firm limits, enforceable. Then, and if you were willing to say, I'm not a climate believer, but I'm a bit of a skeptic, but nonetheless, prudence would dictate that we do something, then it would make sense. Right now, it makes no sense. The Chinese essentially have a free ride for 15 years. The Indians have announced that they're going to increase CO2 emissions. They're going to triple them from coal between now and 2030. We're the ones who are going to have to adhere to these limits. And the fact is that technology is going to determine it. We have lower emissions from our coal plants than we had since 1992, a quarter of a century. And that's not regulation. It's not the UN imposing it. That's the rise of natural gas and fracking.
John. Yeah, I agree with Charles about the sort of scam of this thing. It's politically very, very important for a lot of sort of establishment, elites, the Davos crowd and all the rest. It's very important for environmentalists because it is a way of generating sort of political support to fight climate change, but the actual nuts and bolts of the treaty are not very strong or powerful. And I like the idea that Laura mentioned of sending it over to the Senate. The whole reason why Donald Trump can get rid of this with a swoop of a pen is because Barack Obama didn't put it through as a treaty. He did it as an executive order.
Because it wouldn't have passed.
Because it wouldn't have passed. But why we should not be entering into these grand global arrangements based upon the whims of a single president one way or the other.
The U.S. ambassador at the UN says, Nikki Haley, we care as much about the environment as we do about jobs. There's a way to balance it. You don't have to have one or the other. So, could tell you something. When we come back, the return of Special Report Online.